Yo, what is happening, you scamming a score bunny? That's right, I've got the best Alakazam build out there for the current metagame. Before we jump it though, and I break it all down, gotta give a huge shout out, as always, to Dragon Shield for sponsoring the channel. They got deck boxes, play mats, and of course, the card sleeves, and so many different styles and colors to choose from. They have something for everyone. My personal preference is the matte style of Dragon Shield sleeves. I like the tangerines, I like the blood reds, but like I said, so many different styles, classics, the dual mats, the mats, like I said, and so many different colors, like infinite colors, basically. Something for everyone. Link in the description, and code AzulGG will get you a discount over there at dragonshield.com as well. So it's Alakazam, so I'm not going to spend too long going over like the whole build. Let's talk for where I'm at currently with everything. So I don't have the alternative Alakazam in the deck right now. I actually do like the card, but I think it is very metagame specific for when you would want that, and I don't think we need it right now. So 4/4/3 Alakazam. I would still like a fourth stage 2 Alakazam in the deck, because it's just nice to be able to get more cards off our Dawn more consistently. So that's really why I would like another stage 2 in the deck, and it could be one of these, it could be Alakazam, but currently floating that around. 4/3 the Dunsparce line. I've been coming around a little bit on the Fan Rotom, I think, just to help smooth out our turn ones. It's nice to be able to turn one search off a Buddy Poffin into 3 to Dunsparce. So just to get set up and get going, get rolling, get flowing. We don't always need it. Like if we open like Telepathic Energy plus 2 Dunsparce, or a Buddy Poffin and a couple Dunsparce. You know, if we can get 2 to 3 Abras and like 2 Dunsparce, we don't really need to put Fan Rotom in play. But there are some starts that are a little bit slower, and we get like a Telepathic Energy alongside an Abra start and like a Pokepad. And single Dunsparce still is nice to get going, but sometimes it's not enough. So I'm coming around on the Fan Rotom a little bit, because sometimes I do have those like a little bit slower starts where I don't feel like I just lose the game instantly, but it would be nice to just sure up things a little bit. I really felt that in the what deck did I, the Mega Frostlass deck that I played recently. I had like the similar thing where it's like, we don't always need it, but we have the bench space for it. And this deck is a little bit less, the bench space for this deck is a little bit more limited. We have a little bit less bench space to work with than something like that Mega Frostlass deck. But I had the kind of the same feeling where it's just like, sometimes I just need to turn a single Pokepad or half a use of a Buddy Poffin into 3 Dunsparces. That would just be really nice right now. So, especially with so much less hand disruption, you can like Fan Rotom for 3 to Dunsparce, or 3 Dunsparce, excuse me. And that is really where the like some extra value comes in with the Fan Rotom, is you can Fan Rotom for 3 Dunsparce, and then even just bench one of them, and then you cycle that to Dunsparce out, and then you just keep benching the Dunsparces out of hand, and you just have like extra draw power, whatever you want to call it, built up for the next couple turns, because Judge isn't very popular, Harlequin's not very popular, and we're not going to get unfair stamped until we take a knockout, but I still have the Genesect in here as well, so we might just never get unfair stamped, and that's the goal, right? That's the idea, is we don't get unfair stamped tool cards with the Genesect. I don't have the Psyduck anymore. I still have the Shaman. I think, you know, Arboliva, Teal Mask Ogerpon, or excuse me, I always say Teal Mask Ogerpon. Usually I call it, what do I usually call it? Do I usually call it Teal Mask Ogerpon? Whatever. Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. They're out there. They're not ridiculously popular. Bench sniping in general isn't ridiculously popular. Overall in the metagame, it's maybe like in 20% of decks, but I think that's enough to warrant the Shaman. Things can get pretty tough pretty quickly against those bench sniping decks, Zoroark, Wellspring Mask decks, and the Arboliva, of course. No Psyduck. Dusknoir is not very popular right now, and that's something we can be flexible with. We can bring the Psyduck back when we think Dusknoir is going to get more popular. Right now, hasn't been very popular. I think we're maybe going to start to see a little bit of a surge in Pult Dusknoir. And if that does happen, we'll get the Psyduck back involved. But for right now, Dusknoir is on the decline, or just kind of not relevant at all. There's a little bit of Pult Dusknoir, and that can be tough. But besides that, not really out there, so not worried about it. 4 Dawn, 3 Hilda, of course, still. The 3 Boss. This all feels pretty comfortable. I wouldn't hate a 4th Hilda, but I think I'd add other stuff before a 4th Hilda, like the 4th Alakazam or the Fan Rotom, things like that. 4 Poffin, 4 Pokepad. I'm currently on 4 Candy. The metagame feels pretty aggressive, and we really just don't want to fall behind. We want to make sure we can be able to chain Alakazams through like poor prize cards. Like if we prize an Abra or 2 and we can't get Kadabras online quick enough, then we need to be able to candy from Abra to Alakazam, potentially on turn 2, but then on a later turn as well. So I've been a pretty big fan of the 4 candy as of late. Of course, there's a little bit of flexibility there. If the meta doesn't feel as aggressive moving forward, that becomes a free spot for sure. Go down to 3 rare candy instead. 2 Stretcher, 1 Sacred Ash. I've been loving this lineup for the Pokemon recovery. This just feels super comfortable. I've never really given much time to the Lana's Aid, so that would be something to consider, I guess, trying out. But the amount of times I need to find another Abra as soon as possible, the Nitrogens are always just there to cover me, and then sometimes we need the Sacred Ash. We don't always need the Sacred Ash for the mid-late game for a big recovery return. I have no Enhanced Hammer in here currently. For Mist Energy, it's basically not played at all, and yes, I'll talk about my Mist Energy here in a second. I do have a Mist Energy in here, but there's basically no Mist Energy in the format right now, and there is also no... Rocky Fighting Energy. It's in Lucario sometimes. And yes, if we go up against a Lucario that has Rocky Fighting Energy, we do just lose. It is also in Garchomp, but I don't think 2 Enhanced Hammers would beat Garchomp. We would need like 3, maybe more. The things have 400 HP. They usually play a decent amount of Judge or Harlequin and sometimes Unfair Stamp. And they sometimes play 4 Rocky Fighting Energy. So it's just too much to keep up with. Even if we had 2 Enhanced Hammer in here, the Garchomp matchup would still be super tough. Even with 3 Enhanced Hammer, it might be super tough. So I'm just not worried about the Garchomp matchup. I also don't think the deck is like that powerful right now. I think the deck's good. Current metagame, a lot of Ogerpon going around though, so I don't think it's a lot of people's go-to deck. So yeah, it would be a bad matchup to begin with. So it really is just the Rocky Fighting Energy in that Lucario deck that we'd kind of be teching for by playing Enhanced Hammer. And Lucario's a solid deck right now. I think it's powerful, but it's not super popular. So I just think the Enhanced Hammers aren't worth the space. I think consistency is where it's at with this deck. We want to make sure we can keep up with Dragapult. That is enemy number 1. That's the deck we have to worry about. And I would much rather increase my win rate against Dragapult to take the auto loss to a Lucario deck playing Rocky Fighting Energy. And not even all of them play Rocky Fighting Energy, so we don't have to worry about it in every matchup. For Battle Cage, speaking of Dragapult, yep, there's also Watchtower out there, so Battle Cages are pretty important. For the energy split here, got the 4 Telepathic Energy, and I think there actually might be some flexibility. I still am rocking the Legacy Energy. I know a lot of y'all are fans of the Enriching Energy. I've been still loving the Legacy Energy, and I don't think I'm dropping it anytime soon. It clutches up when I need it, and I don't know, I just find it hard to find time to actually get the Enriching Energy involved, to be honest. For the 4 Telepathic Energy here, there might be a flexibility in cutting a Telepathic Energy, but probably not overall. And I still play 1 Basic Energy, because being able to Night Stretcher for Basic Energy can come up sometimes, so we still want one of those in there. The Mist Energy. Okay. A big shift in the metagame has been towards Retreat Locking. Now, up against most matchups, we only ever need to bench like 1 Pokemon that could ever get Retreat Locked, and that's where the Mist Energy comes in. So with Genesect, when we get the tool on it up against Dragapult, they sometimes play Yveltal or Maractus. Do they ever play anything besides Yveltal or Maractus? It might just be one of those two. You got a bunch of slot box decks playing sometimes the Yveltal combo in there as well. And it's kind of an answer to the Genesect. Or if they're playing like a Water Pawn build, it might be an answer to our Shaman. They bring it up, they sob it. If they play Petch and Yveltal, they can go like Petch into Yveltal to sob it, and then use Monkey Dory to KO the Shaman, and then use Water Pawn afterwards. Or if we like hit something early game but don't want to KO it with like a powerful hands, like we punch an Ogerpon for 100, then they can go into sobbing our Shaman, and then use Monkey Dory later to move damage onto the Shaman, and then Torrential Pump in the same turn, and take like a 3-prize turn out of nowhere. So, to prevent that, we play the Mist Energy. So if we set up Genesect or we set up Shaman, and then our opponent Retreat Locks it, we put the Mist Energy on the Genesect or the Shaman, we pass for a turn, then our opponent has to decide either they KO the Pokemon without getting the full benefit of what they're trying to do through the Retreat Locking, or they pass, and then we just attach to the Shaman or the Genesect, and then we retreat it. So Mist Energy, when you attach it, it doesn't immediately remove the effects that the Pokemon is affected by, but it can't be affected by future effects. So let's say our opponent boss our Shaman, they sob it, we play Hilda, we find Mist, we put on Shaman. And now they have to choose. Do they KO the Shaman? Or do they KO the Shaman? Or do they pass, and then we just retreat our Shaman on our next turn? So they're probably going to KO our Shaman, obviously, or boss around it, and then our Shaman is just in play anyways. And then we get out of the retreat lock, we don't get stuck, they don't get to do their big play or their big turn, we get back into taking 1 KOs with Alakazam, and we can take back over the game. So it's an anti-retreat lock tech. Yes, we could play something like a Switch, but we have less ways to find a Switch than we do a Mist Energy through the Hills. And we don't have to do it quickly. It's not something we have to do super fast. because if they're retreat locking us, they have to build up with the retreat lock over like 3 or 4 turns. So even if it takes us 2 turns to get out of retreat lock, that's way more than enough time. We're probably already ahead on the prize exchange, and we just need to get back into taking prize cards, and we'll win the game anyways. And that's what the Mist Energy is for, to beat those retreat locks. And it works on the Genesect as well. Like if we're going up against a Dragapult, and they go, we set up Genesect with Lucky Helmet, and then they go Yveltal, bring up your Genesect, trap it with Yveltal, then we just go, okay, Mist Energy to our Genesect. Now they have to KO our Genesect, and then from there, or we can even attack with Genesect as well with the Legacy Energy, which can be funny. We can do 100 damage. So you can go that route as well for the Genesect. It doesn't quite work for the Shaman though. But putting 3 energy on a Genesect, sometimes that can be too much of a strain on our resources to actually still be able to continuously attack with Alakazams. So like the single Mist Energy breaking us free of that lock is usually a little bit more convenient. But that's it. That's my current take on Alakazam. Let's jump into some action, and I'll show y'all how it runs. I kind of just want to throw out the cage, because like if they could just play Judge off the rip here, right? Although maybe I should have held it to be like an answer to... potential answer to... Watchtower, right? I could have held it for a turn there, I guess. I think it was just like if they only have Judge in hand there, it'd be better just get in play.
Okay.
I actually want them to aggressively counter here. I feel like this is actually a misplay. Like, I feel like you should save those until they are attacking turns. I don't know about that. I should have checked my prize cards as well to like make sure that was safe. Jamming Tower, huh? This gets nothing because all my Abras are out of the deck. Oh, I kind of wanted to draw into a Kadabra there, actually. I think I misplayed. I want to grab Genesect. I don't think I grabbed Genesect yet. Ooh, oh, no, I didn't prize 2 tools. I prized 1 tool. Okay. Yeah, I should have drawn first there. I shouldn't have... Well, maybe I should have even drawn with the Dunsparce first as well, to be honest. I kind of want to... I don't really want to bench Genesect until I'm, like, using it to... My auto drawing into like Dawn is like kind of cool, I guess, but I could throw the Genesect down aggressively, but then if they have Unfair Stamp literally on this turn, it's kind of a waste. So I think I just wait. Yeah, I should have tried to draw into more Kadabras there, though, for sure. I shouldn't have thinned out the Kadabra. I shouldn't have played Dawn until I drew with Kadabra. I think there's like an argument to not the Dunsparce. Honestly, even using the Dunsparce before I Dawn there was probably fine. Just drawing back into like the Dunsparce line just cycles my deck. I don't know. I just want to keep cycling. There's the Judge. Dude, I just keep getting... I just get a dead hand. I have so many outs. I have so many playable cards in the deck. They exist, but my opponent just keeps... It was the exact same opponent I had last game. Looks like they could have prized second Badoo, but it also could just be in their hand. We might not get Badooed here. It is possible we don't get Badooed here, I guess. It's the only thing we have going for us, though. I see like one guy here. And I'm getting Badooed. I mean, I guess I get to KO the Badoo at least, I guess, right? That's something. Lucky Energy on the active, play the Battle Cage. Sure. I think I hold the Mist there, though. I don't know if they're playing a Retreat Locker, so I have to, like, save it. I could have put on the Abra, though. Definitely could have put on the Abra. I just want, like, a little something there, man. Like, I don't even need a ton. Like, give me a Kadabra. Give me an Alakazam. Like, I have so many. Just give me a little something. A little something, man. Give me nothing. That's it. I get nothing. I was a little bit confused there by how they sequenced that. Because they used the bench Dracloak instead of the active Dracloak first. But I have a feeling that they should have used the active Dracloak first, I feel like. Maybe I'm wrong though.
Get it out.
You get nothing and you like it? I mean, yeah, I guess. This Pult deck feels like it just does not whiff. I don't know. Like just straight Pult. The deck does not feel like it whiffs at all. Can I actually get the KO here? I might be able to get the knockout. I just go ahead and get Fez involved. I think I can just get Fez involved. I would actually like to... I like the boss KO the Meowth this turn, I think. Ideally. I don't think I'm boss KOing here. Here's where we just get the tool on the Genesect and we're chilling. Theoretically, potentially. I could have grabbed a different basic because I had the Muddy Poffin in hand, I guess. Ooh, we actually got there. I actually did not expect to get there, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, wait, could I have actually gotten the KO? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Actually did not do the math. We were close, but no. I guess I didn't have to bench the Genesect this turn, though, actually, right? I could have actually not benched Genesect. I mean, they could be playing 2 Judge, I guess. If they're playing 2 Judge, that would suck if I don't bench the Genesect. It's like the only thing that would be like really, really bad. Petrol? I mean, that's not very good. They do get to KO my Abra here, which is also not very good, but... Yeah, if they play double Judge... Dude, I have been running into some lists with double Judge. Well, no, but the list that I've been running into that has double Judge is usually... Yeah, I didn't have to bench a Genesect here. I could have not benched Genesect here. The double Judge list that I've been running into is the one with that Hero's Cape. There are 2 Judge plus a Hero's Cape, so they didn't have the unfair stamp. I definitely could have held Genesect here and benched another Abra. That was definitely the better play. I definitely messed up. And I could... Double Jamming Tower? Dude, what are we shutting off with this thing? The Dragapults that are playing Hero's Cape, I guess? Dude, what are we shutting down with that? I feel like we're not shutting anything down with that. Rip Abra. But this should be a free win at this point. Pearl? Oh, the Pearl. The Pearl is big. That's a good point. That's a good point. Actually, every time I bring that up, everyone's always like, the Pearl. And I always forget about the Pearl. The Pearl's big. The Pearl's big. I will admit, the Pearl is big. I always forget about the Pearl. Yeah, see, now I messed up. See, now I could have benched Genesect this turn and had an Abra to be turned into a Kadabra. But now I ain't got it like that, which is, like, not good. So my opponent, if my opponent has Crispin Counter Stadium, that'd be their 3rd stadium, though, so that's kind of cringe if they have that, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty low value card in case they play another Judge. I'm just gonna burn them. We'll see, folks. Does anyone use Lily's Pearl? Yeah, it's in a ton of slot box decks. Ton of slot box. Maybe Lucario needs a scrapper? I don't think so. I don't know what they would need it for. I mean, this is over, right? I win. Wait, unless I have like something weird. They could have like a Zerosic or something still. I feel like people have been cutting their Zerosics. I feel like at the beginning of the format, there was a lot more Alakazam at the beginning of the format, though. At the beginning of the format, I feel like a ton of people had like a bunch of bullshit like Zerosics and things like that. But that's kind of waned. My opponent might have the third stadium, though. Dude, if they got the third stadium in here, we're in so much trouble. Yo, appreciate the 4 months there, Sakato. I still play the hand trimmer. Yeah, but that's expected. What's the mist for? The mist is to stop retreat lock. So like what happens is we'll bench the Genesect, and then our opponent will go Yveltal or Maractus, our Genesect. And now we're like, okay, cool, mist the Genesect, pass for a turn, then attach, retreat it, and it has a mist on it, just like has mobility the rest of the game. And then everything else is either an Alakazam or a Dunsparce, so it all has mobility or can attack. Our job is so hard because you never hit 400. You can definitely get to 400. Getting to 400 is not that hard. You just can't consistently do it. And they're like throwing, what's it called at you? Throwing judges at you and sometimes unfair stamp. And then on top of that, they have the Rocky fighting energy. The thing with the Garchomp matchup though as well is they don't play. The thing with the Garchomp matchup is they don't play 4 candies, sure. This has got to be enough, right? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 400. I was saying something. I literally forgot what I was saying, but I was saying something. I was saying it. Don't forget that I was saying the thing. The mist is for retreat lock. Played around Risky Ruins perfectly. Yep, optimal play around. Dusknoir work with Zam since we play telepathic energy? No, that wouldn't be what's holding us back from playing Dusknoir. You can just play Dusknoir in the deck if you want to play Dusknoir, to be honest. Yeah. So I'm trying Alakazam for the Turin tournament. I added a 1/1 Duskull Dusknoir for the Team Rocket matchup. Could be good. I don't think so. I think you still just lose. Also, a lot of Rocket decks play a double Articuno, so you're not even going to beat them anyways, like even with that included. Yeah. There is space for it though. Like you do have room for it. Like if you just cut the Genesect stuff, you can easily just throw in like you can even throw in like a 202 Dusknoir line or something like that. Like my list, yeah, just play 4 candy and you're good to go. I kind of just want to go all Abras. I don't even know what I'm up against here. All Bras. Well, my opponent has a slow turn, so it's okay if I have a slow turn. But Hyper Roam be played with Zam instead of the energy? Only if you like went to like some kind of like petrol style build, but that just sounds kind of bad, so the answer is just kind of no. Might be like a Absol box, Absol slop. Water Pun! Not like this. I already have like this is like so weird now. I have like, oh my gosh, how do I play this? They can like sob my Fez. Maybe I bend. There's so many things they can sob. They can sob my whole squad. The question is, it doesn't really matter though if they don't have a way to generate damage. We should still be fine. Stop sobbing me, bro. I mean, I technically could attack this turn. I may as well get a candy out of the way, to be honest. I should have played this for 1 Dunsparce. I need like bench Shaman. Dunsparce. Do I have Shaman? Right. Shaman. I'm gonna drop this first because like, well, I didn't check my prize cards. Dude, not checking your prize cards is so bad. Don't do that. Check your prize cards. The Rosix would be really good here from my opponent. Not gonna lie. The mist is to stop retreat lock. Prize checking is a myth. Could be. Why not leave Fez to tank? Because they're gonna sob it. I don't want them to just like sob my Fez infinitely. Check my prize if I'm playing slot box. You should always check your prize cards. You should always check your prize cards. I honestly do not know what I would discard if they hit me with a Zerosic this turn. I don't even know what I would give up. I have to give up something though. Obviously, I gotta give up something. Isn't the Mist to stop the stop block? Yeah, but I don't want to like use it aggressively. I want to use it like reactively. Like I don't want to like put myself in a situation where I have to use it. I want to wait to have to use it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can play 2 cards. Or I could just go, I could play more cards and actually go after the Monkey Dory. I could go like Legacy. Burn. I actually get something. I didn't, for some reason I thought I wouldn't get something. Because if I go Zam and then I get unfair stamped, I feel like I'm fucked. Like that's so bad to do. I don't want to play into the, I don't want to have to, if I play down both Zams there, that does not feel very good. I think KOing pawn better. I mean, I can still go 1, 2, 3. I can still 1, 2, 3 the board. I don't want to get caught by like unfair stamp or something. If I go KO pawn, I don't have this in play, and then unfair stamp hurts more. I can still go 1, 2, 3. If I KO, I could have reached for the Absol KO, but if I do that, then I have to evolve to double Alakazam, right? And that's like so bad. If I have to evolve to double Alakazam there, if I get unfair stamped, I'm like screwed. Oh my gosh, they play the Yveltal as well. I don't even think the Mist Energy saves me. Well, I can like load up. Well, it depends if they have the patch. They have to have the patch. If they don't have the patch, I don't actually care. Would have Evo done been good? I can't Evo the done. Well, I guess I could have not put the done back in the deck, right? I should have that count in my hand first. Like this Dunsparce just literally hit my bench. I only need to evolve 1 Zam. 13, play 2. No, it would have been both. Got pet from Brox. Oh, did they? Sick. Okay, they don't have the Monkey Dory yet, though. So what are they going to go after here? If they go after my Fez, I can just start attaching to my Pheasantipity and then literally attack with it. Okay, I'm literally just going to start charging up my Fez, I think. Oh my gosh, they already have the Dory. Oh my gosh, they're already ready to go. This retreat lock bullshit. They only have 1 missed, so I don't want to miss my Fez and then have them just boss my Shaman is kind of like where I'm at. Also, I don't even know if my Mist is in the deck. It is, though. It is. I am just going to start building up my... I'm just going to set up my Fez to attack, though. Oh, this is good. They're going to stop Shaman for 4 turns. Yeah, but they can KO it on their turn, allowing them to sob the Shaman, then Monkey Door, KO the Shaman, and then Water Pawn, take a double prize turn. Unless I evolve my board out of range. I don't really want to do that. I think I actually am just going to cycle aggressively. I wasn't going to do it, but now I just think it's correct too. I still have to hope they do not have Zerosic. If they have Zerosic, they catch me for sure. They got me if they got Zerosics. I think at this point. Like the retreat lock shenanigans plus Zerosics is hard to beat for sure. I think of Larry plus Pokegear and Mega Starmie plus Rosas. I don't know. I don't think anything about that deck. Did you need them to keep a 3 prizer in play? No, my opponent has 6 prize cards. I can KO like 5. I can KO 5 1 prizers and still win the game at this point. Ah, what the heck? We talked about this. What do you think about Team Rocket's Mewtwo? The deck seems solid. I have to miss to stop the lock because then I don't have the miss for my next guy. This thing can attack. This thing can get misted, so they're both safe. I don't want to miss this because then I can't miss this. And I want to evolve all my Kadabras to Alakazams to play around Water Pond because then if I get unfair stamped or judged, I have no draw power. There's only one miss in the deck, yes. Also, I might want to bench Genesect at some point as well, and then that might want the mist. We'll see. I do want to find a battle cage so they can't Monkey Dory. Let's do this.
I know.
If you attach all your energy to Fez, then your Zam targets become Sob targets, right? Not really, no. I have plenty of energy. Also, my opponent only has so many boss's orders. It's like, yeah, it won't work. Yeah, because if they bring up the Kadabra and Yveltal it, I just go evolve boss, draw 3 prize cards, go down to 2 prize cards left. I do not play Rotom, no. That's true. We got the Smash Kick. You can't forget about the Smash Kick. Wait. Now you got me second guessing. Okay, no, yeah. It's a psychic energy on any Pokemon. You had me like thinking there for a second though, Trainer Hill. I was like, wait a second, is that true? I'm gonna take a knockout here, so I kind of want to bench Genesect. But then that gives him another Sob target. But then I can miss the Genesect. Oh my gosh, this is just gonna get so trolly. I'm so far ahead. Maybe I just don't. Maybe if they just unfair stamp me, they just unfair stamp me. I am very far ahead right now. Maybe I just let them have the unfair stamp. I could have benched Genesect that turn with Air Balloon. Mist Energy plays around with Tree Lock, yes. Does the Mist ever go on first? No, I'm saving the Mist Energy. The Mist Energy is for the Shaman. If they retreat lock my Shaman, I'll put the Mist Energy on my Shaman. As they continue this process. I have other plans for my Mist Energy. The Shaman dies quicker. Dude, I've explained this. You know what, Chicho? I've literally explained this 1,000 times and you have been in here. I'm timing you out. I literally have explained this at least 3 times, and you have been here for the 3 times. There's no way you just asked me that question or made that statement. I can't take that one. There's no way. I'm not trolling, right? Okay. I do not believe that you just said that. Is he supposed to get a toy with his timeout? What is it, like a like a Happy Meal? Slotbox or Mega Lucario for a cup with plenty of Dragapult and Rocket's Mewtwo? Slotbox for sure then, I think. Although, I don't know. I guess like Mewtwo is good against Slotbox and Dragapult's good against Mega Lucario. Oh, no, that's not true. I mean, Rocket's Mewtwo is good against Mega Lucario. Oh, Rocket's Mewtwo is just good against both decks, I guess. Well, then I would play Mega Lucario. I like the Mega Lucario deck more myself, so... This game has been an adventure so far. What the fuck? Another Area 0. That has to be their last one, right? It's their 3rd. They usually play 3. They could definitely still beat me with a 0-6. For sure. Is a miss necessary? Yeah. It's oddly specific for what exactly? It's just for retreat lock. How do you know it's oddly specific if you don't know what it's for? Okay, I could reach to set up the Genesect this turn. I think once again though, I'm so far ahead though, I'm just gonna chill. The mist energy is for retreat lock. And I would argue it is necessary. Well, no, there's not a question if something is necessary. Well, yeah, you should play it. And yes, I think you should play the card. But it's like metagame dependent. I wouldn't have played it at the beginning of the metagame, but I would play it now. But a week from now, after Prague, we would maybe cut it. Could have just retreated there, right? Well, yeah, but if I retreat, I have to lose my mist energy. One more clutch or sob and it dies anyways. Yeah, but they could Yveltal clutch it and then KO it with Monkey Dory and then get into sob after that, which is what I've been trying to avoid, or get into torrential pump. The whole point of this play is to avoid them KOing this on their turn and torrential pumping me in the same turn. That's been the whole point so far. It's been to avoid that. But wouldn't a switch be better? No, because then they just do it again. I switch and they go, okay, cool, boss it back up. Trap it. But mist lasts multiple turns. Also, we can find mist with Hilda. Why they changed on Aspect from Enriching to Legacy? I think Legacy is better. It's not a change for me. I've been playing Legacy. Azul, you have so much patience with chat. Well, most of the time. But I mean, I just timed out Chicho. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Gotta make sure. I just think Legacy is better. I mean, it's close. I think Legacy is a little bit better, I guess. I don't know. I just don't think. Actually, the biggest thing is like I just don't think Enriching is that good. Like it's just yeah, I just don't think it's that good at all. I almost want to invest less into Abras because I could rely on hitting this energy or a Poffin if I don't get item locked next turn. I almost just want to go like this plus a this. I'll try this. Then I can't use another. Maybe this is bad because then I can't chain another Kadabra off the guys. Maybe this is not good actually. Yeah, double Abra is still well, but then I just get so little value out of my telepathic energy. Nothing beats an Articuno in a deck with the idea of trying to beat Alakazam in mind. It is unbeatable. Except the Dusknoir. The Dusknoir would be the outlier. I think actually is the Dusknoir, but not against Team Rocket's decks. You still wouldn't beat a Team Rocket's deck, but you could maybe beat like Crustle with Articuno if you played Dusknoir in your Alakazam. That might be the one outlier. What's my opinion on Palafini X after rotation? I have no clue. I've not thought about the deck at all. I was playing 4 Mist, 2 Rocky for Cornerstone. Oh, true. Yeah, it's true. It's probably cooked. It's probably cooked. Chalk it up. Wait, when I'm playing, what you 4 Mist, 2. Yeah, it's chalked. It's chalked. I mean, the only thing the Articuno ever did for them was like buy time to find their mists, right? I take it back. It's just chalk. It's just chalk. They don't even need it. We're cooked. I looked it up. It said you can either use the Dunsparce EX or Lily's Clefairy EX. Wait. Wait, what do you mean you looked it up? Did you Google it? Did you chat GPT? Wait, what do you do? What do you mean you looked it up? Bro, what does that mean? Brock gave me the answer. Jarvis, how do I beat Articuno? We're officially in the we're about to enter the AI era. We're currently in the slop era of the Pokemon TCG. The next era is definitely the AI era, though. I feel like for sure, without a doubt. That's where we're going next. From slop to AI. Ooh, that's rough. That's pretty rude there, brother.
Ooh.
Is AI good or bad for Pokemon, you reckon? Is AI good or bad for Pokemon? I think the good things about AI are good just for things in general, and bad things about AI are just bad for things in general. Like what do we mean? I think the bad things about AI are just bad, and the good things about AI are good. AI generate Decklist ruling the meta. Like if there is a world where like AI kills the Pokemon TCG, that'd be kind of unfortunate, I guess. I'm just candying this guy out, I guess. I kind of just want to boss punch the Blaziken, to be honest. Because they put themselves in a situation where... Let me just draw 2 cards and see what I get. Or maybe we could have played the Poffin first, though. They only have 1 energy in the discard pile. Like, wouldn't it be really awkward for them if I just boss their Blaziken and punch it? Yeah. They would have to have, like, Crispin in the hand, right? Crispin Dragapult? But I'd be fine playing into Crispin Dragapult off this board. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. We KO the cat. Actually, I'm so much less. If I go for the, if I could have even got the cat KO, I'd be so much less set up. That's the problem with the cat KO. Or I could go after the Dracloak, or I could just KO the active and play the Dawn. Yeah, I don't really want to give him a stamp out. That's what I was thinking. I'd rather just be obnoxious. Can you also pass until you block stamp? I think pressuring the Blaziken makes sense still, though. Because now I have like a more 2 prize. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it doesn't make enough sense. Well, no, but now if they boss the Blaziken and then don't attack and they attack with it, then that could be kind of annoying to have not built up some damage preemptively, right? If they build up the damage preemptively is probably correct. Azul, you're after recommendations for food joints in Melbourne? Yeah, if you have anything, send me a DM on Discord, for sure. Yeah, the only problem with not punching the Blaziken is then if they just go attack with it, then it would be like, alright, that's kind of annoying. Melbourne is in like 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. 4 weeks? Maybe 4 weeks, actually. It does give them Monkey Dory damage, but yeah, they're not in a great spot to take advantage of Monkey Dory. Boss, are you running? 3. There's 3 boss. No, I have not locked in a deck already. No, I have. I'm playing Mega Venusaur. Locked in, Mega Venusaur. Okay, I do want to cycle here because I would like to set up Genesect. I feel like I've set up Genesect to just win. Where you going? I'm gonna look for it.
Lift.
I could go deeper. It feels really bad to put this in play if I whiff and then they have unfair stamp, though. If I go deeper... I honestly should check my prize cards first. I did prize a tool. I also priced 2 battle cages? Jeez. I need, what, 10 cards in hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I do this and I whiff, that's really, really bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna swing. Swing, hope they don't have unfair stamp. If they got it, we could be in trouble. If they don't got it, we're probably chilling. Go deeper and pass if needed. Oh, I didn't think about passing. No, I think passing's too weak there. Passing is way too weak there for sure. I leave the damage in play for the Monkey Dory. I'm just like, they're a Crispin away from popping off. No. It's too weak. It's too weak. The 50 months there, Weavile. 10 months there, Ice Cubist. Oh boy. I was digging for a tool card for the Genesect. What is some advice when going into a League Cup not knowing what to play? Just play your favorite good deck. You think Honchkrow could win a local? Yep. If everyone gave up immediately? I mean, any deck could win a local if everyone gave up immediately. I feel like this is like is some comment you're making trying to rag on Honchkrow's potential and viability, but the only fool here is you at the end of the day when disrespecting Honchkrow. Monkey is just 30 once. Yeah, but they would go KO Alakazam, KO Kadabra, leave me with one Alakazam in play. That's pretty bad. And that's without them putting a Stadium in play, which means they can then just go, even if I find Battle Cage on my next turn, they can just go replace Stadium, KO Alakazam, KO Abra on the following turn. They ended up getting there anyway with the Ruins, though. It does force them to have the Ruins. And now they need the Ruins combo on top of Unfair Stamp. If not, we can stabilize. And we are going to be able to stabilize here. You could have evolved Kadabra to Alakazam. That's the point. They can't kill two attackers. Oh, sure. I could have done that maybe. Sure, yeah. And then wait. But then I have to find it next turn. And my odds of finding it next turn aren't even that high still. I feel like just attacking just makes the most. It just gives me so many more options, I feel like. Still. I say that, but I have no... Dude, how do I have no draw power in my hand? I was like, this gives me the most options. But wait, hold on. What do I even do here? I got nothing. No, we're fine here, obviously. 1, 2. Okay, so I can go... That is funny that my hand is literally dead. I don't think I need this last Kadabra. I don't know if I need any Kadabras here, to be honest. I have 2 Kadabras left. That should be enough Dabras. And I just know what I need to play, so I'm just going to play all the cards I have to play, and then... Oh, they have Ruins! No! But I could missed one of them. Not the Ruins. I can still make this work because I can missed one of them. So I can go like this, this, missed, and I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I want to KO the cat, but I can't because I have to put the mist there. I guess I just KO their draw power. Man, I didn't realize my hand. Dude, how was my hand that bad going into my turn, though? I literally had nothing. I don't even have that much still. I should have enough, but... I think Mega Zygarde is good for ranked. I think anything is fine for ranked. There's no such thing as something being good for ranked. The more competitive, the more competitive you want to be, the better deck you should play. You totally don't see the mist energy, right? Yeah, for sure, for sure. Bob, you know where all my deck lists are, man. Come on. Up in tier 0. Broken deck. Discord DM with 3 of my favorite places to eat at. All right, I'll definitely take note. Appreciate it, Gabo. They're literally just 1 damage away from actually being able to wipe out both Abras. Dude, this was interesting. That was insane that my hand ended up being the way my hand was. Punching active 6 on Genesect? Or I guess 3 on the Abra. Okay, 3, sure. That is... I cannot believe. I don't know what I can't believe, but I can't believe it. Slow King next? No Slow King today. Tournament's coming up in 12 minutes. So we're going to play Honchkrow in that. And then... I might revamp. I do kind of want to revamp my Festival Lead build. That's what we might do. I kind of want to update my Festival Lead build. So we might do that after the tournament. I don't. I'm just gonna draw 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. We could have gone further if we had to, but it's okay. The cat's dead. He's cooked. Get the dub.